Okay, we're coming a little bit late because the freeze that is going across the United States caused me to do something stupid. I tried to take a water hose off with a wrench. Um, the result was something that usually only happens in sitcoms. But the plumber came, fixed everything, and we're okay. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and we're talking about episode 6 of WandaVision. This particular one calling it it's their Halloween episode. Let's just say that. I forget the exact title of it. I'll put it out there in the comments. But what we have here is a very dark episode. First of all, it gives the characters an opportunity to wear their comic book superhero outfits, Vision and Wanda especially, and Quicksilver, who we introduced at the end of the previous episode. We also see more of our people over in Sword. Rambo, Jimmy Woo, and Darcy Lewis are becoming kind of the trio of people that are the biggest thorn in Director Haywood's side. And we're not quite certain if they are naive about what's going on or if Lewis is just, or rather, Haywood is just a little too reactionary to what's going on. His idea was to take Wanda out, which is to say, kill her, and that would solve the problem of the hex. What it does, however, is cause more problems as we have a situation to where the trio, Rambo, Wu, and Lewis, are thrown out of the camp. However, they are able, in the style of any kind of show where you have heroes, that they overcome a bunch of armed security people and then take their uniforms, which fit just perfectly, and go back in, hack into the computer systems, and find out what they're really doing. Well, save us for that. But inside of Westview, we have we're finding out something about Pietro, or Peter. We find Pietro being rather a omniscient character, really. Wanda asked him what happened to his accent from Sokovia, Sokovia, and then he countered by asking what happened to hers. Both of them do not speak in the accent of their mother tongue. So we find that he knows a great deal, and he knows about the existence of the hex, the fact that it may be under Wanda's control. He asked her about this, and she doesn't know exactly. She seems to be able to control it, but it doesn't look like she actually created it. And that is a partial answer to a lot of questions we've had as to who created the hex to begin with. And is Wanda a willing participant in it, or is she controlling it? And it looks like we have a little bit of both. As a matter of fact, when Vision, who is concerned with finding out just what's going on here, because while he does not remember being an Avenger, he does not remember anything before coming to Westview, he does know that something is wrong, and his instincts tell him to find out. And he does go in the excuse of being a Halloween security parent, goes to the edge of town where the barrier is and attempts to cross it. And without getting too much into the entrails of the story, it almost kills him to do so. And Wanda actually expands Westview beyond its former borders, engulfing the Sword camp and making it into a circus. Now, a couple of the dark things that we have here is that there's a commercial. There's been a commercial in all of these that is supposed to lead us to believe something. In this case, it's a claymation commercial of a little kid on a very tiny island who is very hungry, and a shark on a surfboard comes in and throws him a pull top can of yogurt. He can't get the pull top pulled and dies and deteriorates before our very eyes in a 30-second spot. Yo Magic, the yogurt for survivors. Now, some of the scuttlebutt is that that is kind of Pietro, or Quicksilver, who wears kind of a silver outfit, did say little dude to the kids in the show, and also little dude to the kid in the commercial. It could be pointing at the same character, that he's tried Yo Magic, which could be magic of Wanda, and he survived, but not everybody will. And this kind of speaks to what's going to happen to Vision. Vision almost lost his life trying to go outside of the barrier, but the barrier was moved, possibly to save his existence. We find out that Billy has powers that will eventually define him as Wiccan, and Tommy is able to run as fast as Quicksilver, or Pietro, is, and he would be known as Speed in the Marvel Universe. So we have Agnes that's stuck on the end of town, unable to do much of anything. And as you get close to the edge of town, we find that not all of the people are moving, or they're moving like GIFs, where they're doing something rather repetitive but not really getting anything done. And this is something that is starting to give Vision the impression that not all is what it seems, even as much of what goes on is beyond belief. Wanda is using her powers in front of people and nobody seems to notice. Everything that happens that seems to be so out of place just joins into the new normal. But a thing that's very interesting here is that Quicksilver, or Pietro, is very knowledgeable about everything around, a way that that Vision is not, the way that any of the other Westview inhabitants are not. And this may hint to maybe Pietro is not himself. Maybe he is someone else masqueraded as him. And as always, everything that we see that attempts to answer a question just asks another. So if you have some ideas of what's really going on here, you can put it down in the comments. We'd be happy to read them and respond. And also, if you would subscribe to this channel, we would appreciate that as well. So until next time, stay warm, wear a mask, don't go far.